Hey there, I'm Chris Procopiou, sound designer and sound effects editor, and that was my favorite sound. It's a rainy day here in London, and I wanted to share with you a quick tip that I think will save you from a lot of frustration and disappointment. Radium has this really cool feature that lets you recall sounds and settings you use to create a sound. You can find that in a lot of the Radium recordings you have. You will see that there is this icon down here that when you press it, it will bring back the files that you used and the settings that you used to create this sound. It takes a bit of time to recall. Slow, yep. This is the sound. And also you can recall the plugins. From the processing rack. Okay, so you have all this information. Problem is, and this is where the frustration and the disappointment happens, is that you can easily lose this functionality by modifying the file. So if you, for example, if you take it into Pro Tools, do some editing, some extra processing or something like that, and then you export the file, you just immediately just lost that. And the only way to bring this functionality back and be able to recall your settings is by following by doing the following steps. So we're gonna remove this old recording, select from this playlist. It's key to remember that if you clear the list that is here on the left, where all your recordings, past recordings exist, you will not be able to re-embed the information back into the recording. So you keep that intact until you finish basically your editing or what you are doing. And now, so we finished with the editing in Pro Tools and I have my file back. It's important to keep the same file name. So once you export, make sure that you use the same file name. So this is the original recording that we have here, highlighted. And then I brought back on my desktop the modified one. So all we have to do now is replace the new with the old. Same file path that Radium is seeing for that for this recording for the list. Just put it back. You I made a backup as well just in case of the original one. Put this. We replace. Yes, I want to replace. Okay, so this is the new modified recording. It's back into an empty playlist. And as you can see, wave file have changed. All the info, it looks different. Like I did some minor editing and extra processing, and I lost the information here, the recall functionality. So to bring it back, all you have to do is right click on the recording and re-embed selected files. So Radium will go back and re-embed the information, and now it's here. Now, this is not a bulletproof process, because what can happen next is once I start moving my files around, the relink functionality of those files would be lost, and most probably I will not be able to recall the settings. So the safest way always is to save your preset. Problem with that, and if you are like me, I create a preset and then I instantly start replacing sounds, making changes. So I cannot constantly keep updating the presets, because then they will stay here. This list will be endless. So what I do instead, because I know for sure that this file name will change, all the information will change. Most probably the source material that I used to create this file will change the names as well. And so what I do, and one thing that I know that will definitely not change, is if I put a specific tag on it. So what I do, I have a workflow in place that it sets a unique ID based on the file path. And I add this to the ISRC and onto the file name. So once I run this, you see it's embedded now to the file name, and then in the ISRC. So this will not get lost. So I'm gonna just quickly embed this file just in case. And what I do next, get this out of the way. I have a folder. It's called folder. Radium. All right. You create a folder, and what I do, I take this tag, copy save. And then I create a new folder, file, go to Radium, file, save as with the patch and the samples, the preset. And I go to this folder that I have. There is a unique ID on this one. And I save it with the unique ID. It's gonna give us a prompt saying that it's outside your preset files, which is fine. I don't want to see this file again. Only if I lose this tag here and everything disconnects from it. So now I have the Radium patch, and if I want, I can save this rack as well as save as, give it the same ID. That's the rack, drag and drop to the same folder. So now I have a folder which has a random name, but this name is important because it will exist at some point somewhere in my file name. It will be first of all embedded on the file name and then somewhere inside. So if I ever lose this, I will go back, do a quick search, find the preset, and it's all done. And yeah, that's it. Hope you find this helpful. Let me know how you approach this one, because I know that this is one of the things that if it's not working, you'll be so disappointed. So I would like to hear how you approach this process. Thank you for watching.